Okay, this is Stan Boney once again live in downtown Youngstown. I have made my way, thanks to Jason Surjak, who picked us up and gave us a ride. I'm now standing at the intersection of West Federal and Hazel. This looks like the protests working our way. It's starting to get dark, so things might be a little hard to see. But the protest is now working its way through downtown. It's 8:55. And we have heard that there's an 8:30 curfew in effect. We could not get down the Market Street Bridge, but this looks like this is what's left of the protest. It's dwindled. At one point it was probably 500-600 people. Right now it looks to be about 100 maybe. There are cars trailing behind it. I don't know where they're going to end up going. Hold it, Chandler. Okay, we're back. So we're right in front of the Draft House. We're right here, right in front of the Mahoney County Children's Services Building. Here we can see police trailing them. This looks like sheriff's deputies. It is, Mahoney County Sheriff's deputies trailing this group. You can see them right there. They're just kind of walking along with them. Nothing big at this point. There's a line of cars. Looks like the sheriff's department. Just stay right here, Chandler, for just a second. Okay, let's go up here. Looks like that the police on one end are going to stop them right there. I can see that they have some type of flashing lights, and they're going to stop the protesters right here. Okay, I hear a... Yeah, looks like this could be a confrontation of some type. It's right there. Looks like there's flashing lights right in front of the Home Savings and Loan Building. I have sheriff's deputies to my right, and I have the flashing lights of, I believe it's fire trucks. I can't tell because it's dark. They look to be like the size of a fire truck in front of them. Somebody is announcing through a loudspeaker, some type of a police official, that the curfew is in effect and that they could be arrested if they don't disperse. Looks to be some type of an assault truck there, a couple of them. And here you can see we have, hold it, stop right there, Chandler. They're telling people to go home. So I'm standing pretty much right in front of the Turning Technologies building. They are just in the parking lot of the Dior. Here goes police across the street. We're going to kind of go that way with them for just a second. Looks like they got him backed in there. Okay, stop right here. Stop right here. Looks like they're running a little bit. I don't know where they're going. But they're running fast back there. I just saw them running quickly in between the Dior and the Voinovich building back toward Commerce Street. Here's police in riot gear right here in front of me. They don't seem to be chasing them. There's some police that followed them, but they don't seem to be chasing them. As I look down West Federal, it looks pretty calm. I can see a couple sheriff's deputies coming my way. A couple of cars here and there. It's pretty quiet right in front of me. I don't know if they'll let me through there or not. I bet they won't. Hold it. We're going to try to get through there. Come on, Chandler. Let's see if we can walk through there. Okay, we're going to take this walkway where everybody just went. I see some police cruisers headed that way, so we're going to walk that way as well. I don't know what's happening there. All right, we're now walking through the walkway between the Voinovich building and the Dior. To be honest with you, I didn't even know this walkway was here. We're heading back toward Commerce Street. I did see some police vehicles going quickly, but I didn't see the group there that was in in the riot gear. They were just standing there. They didn't seem to be in a hurry to get out of the way. Let me see what's back here. Still people carrying signs. I can still hear horns honking. I don't know if the police were able to finally disperse the group or not. Anyway, from what I understand, Mayor Tito Brown put an 8:30 curfew into effect. Okay, we're coming up here. I'm going to be behind the Dior now, behind Powers Auditorium. Oh, they got them blocked off there too. Okay, looks like they're not. The police, I can hear them yelling, get to your car. There's where they've stopped him. I'm at the corner of Symphony Square, right behind the Dior. Here comes another police officer up to my right. So they got a few of them. Looks like there's a show of force of officers here. They're not stopped. Let's stop, Chandler. Stop right here. Stop right here. Okay. Now they're moving in a little bit. The officers are moving in. It looks as if they're starting to arrest people. And then they're running. They got somebody on the ground there. You can see one officer got somebody on the ground.
They're causing a riot. Look, they want a riot. That's my brother they arrested over there. And
okay, you can see.
Yeah, he arrested my brother. He touched nobody.
They're arresting another one right
He
here.
touched nobody. Leave or you're going. That's my girlfriend next. My girlfriend next.
Okay, like they've arrested two people right in front of us. Right there, and there's another one on the ground off to my left. There was a larger crowd. They have dispersed. They've ran. Oh, they got somebody else over here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 people, I believe, have been arrested here. Stop right there, Chandler. Stop right there. So it's this corner looks like it's pretty clear. There's somebody else being brought in cuffs behind us over there. See him right there? 1, 2, maybe 6 or 7 people maybe were arrested. Nobody seems to be bothering us as of yet. But you can see them taking them to police cruisers. And it looks as if they're clearing the downtown now. Oh, let's go over there. This is Symphony Square. So I'm right next to the Dior in the little street here, and there must be, I don't know, 30 police cruisers along here. And I think this is, okay, let's go. They're trying to put somebody into a paddy wagon there, or a police vehicle. There's a few of them. Stop right there, Chandler.
You seen that on the camera? He asked me did I want to leave or go. I said I'm leaving. He said, no, you're not.
It's on camera. Get my phone.
I was in your face when they did it.
I ain't even do nothing. I ain't touched nobody. I got freedom of speech. I ain't do nothing. He said you under arrest. And I ain't do nothing.
Okay, it looks like they're loading him into this truck here. I don't know how many there were, maybe 6 or 7. I don't know if this is all that was arrested. I know this is all that was arrested at this location. There's a hill that you can go up to get up to Wood Street. And I believe some of the people ran up. Oh, what's this? Where are they going? I think there's a police cruiser leaving here. Okay, here's a guy right now up against the car. Looks as if they're cuffing them with plastic attachers. They're not handcuffs. They're all carrying them. And that looks as if that's what they're using. They're using plastic bands to cuff them. All right, I hear a lot of cruisers all around me. A lot of police sirens. I can see them going down 5th Street. I don't know which way they're headed. Might be down Commerce Street. All right, let's go a different way. We're going to get out of here. I see what's happening here. Probably is something happening somewhere else. We're going to go try and find it. All right, this is Stan Boney with Chandler Blackman. We're coming to you live from downtown Youngstown. where there is now a very large police presence to try to put a halt to what has been a day of protest throughout the city of Youngstown. We just saw a number of people be arrested there, and I think this area is pretty much under control, though I can hear sirens all around me. I'm not 100% sure where they're going. I see a show of force up here, which is at Commerce Street, just behind the Steel Museum. You can see all the flashing lights. I'm assuming at this point that that's probably a barricade, though, that they're not letting anybody through there. So I don't think there's, except for the barricade, there's not a whole lot of activity going on there. Nobody's being arrested. Nobody's being stopped. Currently, we're walking along Commerce Street, heading south toward Central Square. Where there's a police rescue truck, a couple of them here, 3 of them blocking the road. It's police in riot gear. You'll be able to see them, a SWAT team here. There's probably, 20 of them, maybe more. Looks as if they're starting to suit up here as well. We're gonna go around them here. All right, stop right here for just a second. This is the Ohio State Highway Patrol, so that's who they brought in here. And it looks as if they're suiting up to get ready. There's SWAT teams here. This is the State Patrol. This is right behind the Steel Museum on Commerce Street. And it looks as if they're suiting up. I don't know where they're going from here. I don't think there's a whole lot going on down here now. I think that was the last of the group. I can hear sirens all around me. So here you can see them suiting up, getting ready for whatever comes their way. All right, we're going to keep walking here. Let's go down and see what we can find. Okay, we're heading back down Commerce Street. And for a minute here, you're probably not going to see much. I don't hear a whole lot. I don't see a whole lot. So just bear with us. We are on foot, and we're walking our way through Youngstown. Everything seems fairly quiet at this point. You know, there's Ed Runyon of the Vindicator. Let me ask him real quick. Ed, you see anything over there? Hold it. Dispersing over by the courthouse? Okay. Right here? Okay. Okay, he was telling me that they just dispersed everybody. Must have been somewhere around right there at the center of downtown. So we're going to head that way, see what's going on. I think I'm right here at Hazel. So I think I'm going to turn right here. This will be taking me in front of the old Cedars Lounge. And I'm going to head back toward downtown Youngstown. Chandler, let's turn right here. So we're heading back into downtown Youngstown now. It seems to be quieter. That may have been the last area where something was happening. And that was over there on Symphony Square, right by the Dior. Everything seems fairly quiet now. We'll find out when we get up here. We're going to get into the downtown area, right on West Federal Street. We'll be able to look both ways. There comes a police car with his flashers on, but he doesn't seem to be moving all that fast. I see police presence there. That looks to be Youngstown police. And there's one guy there. They have him stopped. I don't know if they have him detained or not, but it looks as if the police are down here at the moment. Okay, we're going to stop here, look both ways, see what we have. All right, we are now at the intersection of Hazel and West Federal. We're just going to stop here for a minute. You can see police in the middle of the road there. I see Derek McDowell, who you might have met earlier. He controlled the situation on Interstate 680. He's across the street. He's by himself. And it seems as if everything, well, I still hear some noise. Let's go, let's keep going. I hear some noise over by the courthouse. So we are going to head that way. I got it. All right, we are now heading down West Federal, where it is fairly quiet, though I can hear some noise in front of me. Not quite so sure what it is. But the whole downtown area is certainly a lot quieter than it was, say, an hour or an hour and a half ago. At one point, this protest had swelled to 600 people and probably 150 vehicles. So it was a parade of people that were moving through. I still hear people in the distance yelling, "Black Lives Matter." This is Stan Boney along with Chandler Blackman on WKBN.com. We are working our way through downtown Youngstown, where a day-long protest has been taking place over the killing of George Floyd. Chandler, let's go this way. I don't think we can get through there. It started around 11:30 this morning, and it is now probably close to 9 o'clock, and I think it is being forcibly stopped by the police department and law enforcement officials. Mayor of Youngstown put a curfew in effect for 8:30. Oh, there's people running here. Okay, let's go up here. Uh-oh, here comes the police cruiser. Where's he going so fast? Oh, they're going after these kids right here. There, the officer's going after this kid. There's a young boy running. Watch it, here comes, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. All right, these are kids, some people standing in West Federal. The police coming through very quickly, almost ready to hit them. Okay, it looks like there's going to be another arrest. People are going to be stopped. Oh, here, right here, there's a guy getting detained right here. Okay, now I'm at the intersection of West Federal and Market Street. Okay, back up, Chandler. Back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up. Back up. Okay, they have a man on the ground here, surrounded by police. Okay, let's move back, Chandler. Come on. Come on, let's move back. Let's move back. Let's move back. Let's move back. We're going to move back. We're going to move back. We're going to move back. Officers are asking us to move back. We're going to comply. Looks like there's two people sitting there. The one man laying on the ground there. There's another man off to the right. And the police are telling everybody to go home. They are bound and determined to clear the downtown. One boy's telling him he's just trying to go home. Police showing a presence now in downtown Youngstown, trying to clear it of the protesters that have been down here for a while. One of the officers just noticed, I think, that we were press. Said we were okay to be here, so we will stay. Jennifer, is that what he told you? We okay to stay here? Okay. Jennifer Rodriguez of WKBN.com. She's next to us as well. Okay, hold on here. What'd you see?
What we saw is the young man against the wall was being chased by police. When a couple police cars pulled up, the one on the ground was standing in the street where police nearly hit him, right. And then it led to them chasing him as well. Okay.
Josh Furketic has joined us as well. Hold on, let me bring you in here. What did you see when you were down there?
It's a chaotic situation. I mean, from street to street, you're seeing police cars just buzzing from one to the next, and what was starting peaceful was getting yelling back and forth, and it's something that you look at downtown and you kind of don't know where we're at right now.
There's a large police presence in front of us. We are right in front of the Oh Wow, and we are at the intersection of West Federal and Central Square is where we are at. There are two people right here that have been apprehended. There's a large contingent of Youngstown police right in the middle of the road here surrounding them. There's somebody yelling from the Wick Towers. I can't hear what they're saying, but it doesn't really matter. Can you point up there, Chandler? That's where they're at up in there. Oh, I see them. They're standing about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floor window. I think, and she's saying, what is the point? It was peaceful all day long. All right, let's go back over here. The police are still trying to clean up this area here. As far as you know, is this the last people that are down here?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
There were some people down in that area.
Okay, all right. Like I said, we're not sure how many people actually left down here. But this might be it. I don't hear any sirens. I don't hear any people. I do. Okay, I was just told. Okay, I can hear a loudspeaker to my back here telling me that there is a curfew. The curfew's in place. And they asked everybody to disperse and leave the downtown. Nobody's told me if that includes me yet, but I would imagine eventually it is going to. Now they still have this man on the ground here. He's surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 police officers. Some of them a little further away than others. We'll see what's going to happen to him. We're going to stay here for just a second. This is Stan Boney along with Chandler Blackman. This is WKBN.com. We're currently covering live the disbursement of the protests that have been taking place throughout the day in downtown Youngstown. It started small this morning, and at one point by about 5:30 this afternoon had grown to about 600 people and 150 vehicles. And at just about 8 o'clock this evening, the mayor of Youngstown, Tito Brown, issued a 8:30 curfew for everybody to be out of downtown. And around 9 o'clock, the Youngstown Police Department and the Sheriff's Department and the State Patrol started enforcing that. They have arrested a number of people. This is probably the 10th person we've seen so far that has been detained. Many of them were up in an area up around the Youngstown Symphony Center. Now, they're not being handcuffed. They're zip ties is what they're using to cuff these people. Matter of fact, I can see many of the officers there with them actually in their belt. So they're using zip ties and not handcuffs to actually detain and cuff the people that they're catching. Well, there's a large police. This is probably a large police contingent right here. There's 2 guys here. Okay. Somebody just came through, told us it was a curfew. I think saw it was us and said okay. So we're going to stay here right now. Now they're picking him up. I'm assuming they're going to load him into a police cruiser. There they are. They're going to put him into a sheriff's van right here. And this should be it, I think. I don't know that. Oh, I hear somebody yelling from inside that van. So it must be somebody that they also picked up. Yep. Okay. I think everybody's gone here. Okay, let's back up, Chandler. Let's back up. Let's back up. Okay, hold it. There's one other guy here. I think they're just trying to get him out of here without having to arrest anybody. They're asking him to leave, but I think they're asking him to leave quickly. Okay, let's back up against the wall here. Let's back up against the wall here. Right now it's just police officers. I mean, a combination of sheriff's deputies, Youngstown police, and I think right now they're just trying to see where they're at, see what they have done. I don't hear any sirens anywhere. I think they might have gotten the downtown area free of everyone. I don't know that for sure. Here comes Derek McDowell, who we heard earlier on 680, helped clean things up there. He's done his best as well to try to get people off the streets. I think he's standing with Jacob Harver, who's a downtown Youngstown businessman, and I believe that's Julius Oliver, the first ward councilman, that's there as well. When I get a chance, I'm going to try to get an interview maybe with Derek or Julius to see if they're okay with the way police handled this. But the downtown Youngstown area right now, all quiet. I don't hear anything. I don't hear any chanting. I don't hear any police sirens. I don't hear any horns honking. I don't hear any chanting. So it might be over for now. There will probably continue to be a police presence down here for a while. I don't know how long it's going to last, but there'll be one down here for a while. Let me go over here and see if they'll be interviewing with us and see if they're okay with it. Are you guys ready for an interview real quick? Derek, Julius? Are you okay with the way police handled this?
I just think people need to be heard, but people got to be sensible too, you know. In this situation, that kid, you know, he was from Austintown and he down here tearing up downtown. He should have went to jail, you know. Go to Austintown and tear up their stuff, you know.
Were you okay with the 8:30 curfew?
Yeah, I mean, it's something you got to do to be able to keep the peace, you know. We don't want to take away from the message that we put out here earlier, you know. The message was heard, you know. People know we serious. People know this is real. Now you just got to let everybody do their work.
Thanks, Julius. Julius Oliver, Youngstown's first ward councilman. I think everything is fairly quiet. I can see that Derek McDowell, he's talking with the police officer right now. And I think we are pretty much done. So let's move back just a little bit, Chandler. Oh, there you go. One of the Youngstown police officers giving Derek McDowell high five, thanking Councilman Julius Oliver for trying to keep everything peaceful. Hold it, stop. Let's move forward and see what he has to say.
And then there was people that just showed up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like them people that saw it on TV and wanted to come down and be part of that. So we accomplished what we wanted to. We just don't want to see the message being diluted with this nonsense sometimes. That's the thing.
And that's what they think this nonsense is what brings the attention.
Your First Amendment right is your First Amendment right. You have every right to say what you want to say. You know what I mean? And we're out here actually supporting that right for you. You know what I mean? And we would never infringe or interfere on that.
Yeah, and like I said, I know you guys.
We take a lot of pride in that. We mean to do that for everybody because that's your right to do that.
Yeah.
You're allowed to speak out in assembly.
And people,
we take dramatic pride in supporting the First Amendment right for every citizen. That's what we do. We take that to heart.
And I'm of a different generation than a lot of the kids that were down here at later end of the day. And so I'm trying to understand how they want to articulate their emotion. But at the same time, my love and my loyalty to this city it's for all people. It's for everybody. And there's nobody who could take me off of that mission and message. Everybody can poke at the situation and perceive it how they want to perceive it. They saw me on this side of the fence one moment and they saw me on this side of the fence another moment. And I'm telling you, I'm willing to ride every side of the fence until we all get to go home tonight. Until we all get to see that we are heard, I'll do whatever it takes. And I don't know what I did tonight, if anything right. I'm just telling you I was willing to put my life on the line for every single person here. You and him and every one of them. And it didn't make anything that they did right or wrong. It just meant I'm willing to give my life to this moment. That's it. That's all I know how to do. So I apologize if I'm out here past that 8:30 curfew because I'm trying to make sure that we take this and we run with it for Youngstown in a positive way, that the story doesn't get told completely different. So thank you. I apologize for, interfering in any way, but I tried to do what I could.
All right, that was Derek McDowell. He is a member of Sojourner of the Past. He's a leader in downtown Youngstown. I believe he was hired a while back to help with the amphitheater by working with the city and making sure that there were more city events going on at the new amphitheater when it opened in downtown. He's very active in the city of downtown, especially the downtown Youngstown, and you heard a passionate plea and a passionate speech from here as he dealt with one of the Youngstown police officers. Here comes a large police vehicle, now working its way through West Federal Street, down West Federal Street. It's a police rescue vehicle, a crisis response team vehicle. It's a SWAT team vehicle. You can see all that there. Looks like it's going to stop right here for now. and it looks like everything is fairly quiet in downtown Youngstown. All right, we are going to take a break here. We are going to check in with you during First News at 10 and during First News at 11. We are going to stay down here for a while, but it looks as if the police have cleared everybody from downtown Youngstown. I do want to say, except for a broken window at Chaffin and a broken window at the United Way, I don't think there was any other damage in downtown at all. Did you see any today, Chandler? No, he said no, he didn't either. And I don't think there was. I didn't hear of any. I didn't see of any. So there was no vandalism, though the mayor's order at 8:30 to disperse downtown did lead to, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 arrests. I don't want to know what's going to happen to those people. We'll find that out tomorrow. For now, this is Stan Boney, live in downtown Youngstown for WKBN 27 First News and WKBN.com.